Hi, Rich Sheffrin here, and once again I'm at the cigar bar, and yesterday someone asked a question about informal logic, knowing that I had mentioned it, about how informal logic can improve your marketing, and wanted to know some books that I recommend. Well, I'm not at home, so I can't pull off from the bookshelf some of the books that I would recommend, but let me tell you a little backstory about it, and that is that almost a year ago, I was at Clayton Makepeace, who's a very well-known copywriter, his lake house, and we were talking about Gary Bencivenga, another very well-known, very good copywriter. And what Clayton had mentioned to me, which always stuck with me, was that Gary Bencivenga has logic throughout his sales letters, throughout his magalogs, so that if you buy into the premise in the first paragraph, you're pretty much hooked all the way to the end to make that purchase. So how do you do that? How can you actually build that logical argument for the purchase of your product? Well, it really comes down to getting very clear what your prospect would need to believe each step of the way till the final conclusion is, I must buy this product. So you need to know where your prospect is right now, right? Like, what do they believe? And then at the end, what do they need to believe to make that purchase? And then what would they need to believe? What would be the steps in between? What Clayton and I talked about that day a year ago at his lake house is that most of the sales letters that you find online are missing out from that logic. They're all hype. There's no basis. There's no underlying theme or current that actually builds on the belief, like indisputable fact number 1, common held belief number 2, common held belief number 3, and then 4, indisputable fact to buy the product. So what is the chain of logic? You see, let's say for the business growth system, one of our products, the primary theme of anything that we do when we're marketing that is that opportunity seekers fail, strategic entrepreneurs succeed. So now, in order to get a prospect to believe that, what I need to do is actually create an argument that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that an opportunity seeker will fail. And then once I've proven that, then also prove that a strategic entrepreneur will succeed. And it's those steps that are absolutely necessary as part of the marketing process, as part of the sales process. If you don't have those, then you have to rely on hype. And hype will only take you so far and will most likely turn off those who would be your best customer. So what are the steps? What are the beliefs that you believe that your prospect needs to believe to go from where they are today, the conversation in their mind, to a customer of yours? If you can't map that out, then you've got a problem. And better to know that now and start working on what would they need to believe, step 1, step 2, step 3, to finally come down to the end, which is buy your product. So think about that. Let me know if you have any questions about it, and tomorrow I'll tell you some books to read about informal logic, which will help you considerably if you decide to go down this process. So till tomorrow, to higher profits and beyond, Sheffrin out.